I pray that Ridge hears what I've said to him. I just pray that he listens to me, that he comes to understand that there are wonderful women out there in this world, someone who can make him happy, someone who can fulfill him in a way that you never could. I just pray that this hold you have on him comes to an end with someone as nice as Ashley Abbott.
So Mom doesn't have anything to worry about?
Taylor doesn't either. According to the logs, there is no way that Mom's eggs could have made it from the fertility lab to be fertilized in time for Taylor's in vitro.
It's good news.
Very, yeah. What about you? What's going on with Phoebe?
Well, she forgave me for the other woman thing, but now she's doing this whole makeover with Constantine. It's driving me nuts.
You didn't tell her that the other woman was Ashley, did you?
No. Well, she didn't want to know.
That's good. It could definitely complicate things at work.
Mm-hmm.
How are things going there?
You mean working with Ashley?
Yeah, after Mexico and then getting back together with Phoebe.
Well, yeah, you know Ashley. I mean, she's a grown woman. She's mature. She's together.
Yeah, it's true. When something's bothering her, you don't really know it.
Well, I would hope that you would be honest with me. You know, if circumstances were different and Phoebe and I weren't together, I'm sure Ashley and I could connect.
Your timing is off.
Well, I have to admit, it's gonna drive me crazy to see Ashley with another guy. Hopefully it won't last that long. Although I have to say, I don't think there's a guy out there that's worthy of her.
Don't go. Don't leave LA. It's too soon.
It's starting to feel that way.
Does that mean you might not go?
Look, you're very charismatic and you're a lot of things. You're a lot of things that I find very...
Hopefully irresistible.
Yeah. Just wait a minute, okay? Because you have a very complicated history with Brooke.
I can only imagine the horror stories my mother's tried to feed you.
And then there's your mother.
Yeah, well, she has her own agenda.
Everybody seems to have an agenda around here. I mean, what about Brooke? She wants you back.
Doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
It's always happened, right? I mean, it's always happened. At least that's my understanding.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
But things do change. I'm always gonna care deeply for Brooke. But everything that's happened between she and I, we can forgive. But we can never undo it.
Ashley Abbott is your fantasy, Stephanie, not your son's.
I hear sometimes fantasies do come true. Maybe this one will.
I want you to leave.
I'm sure you do.
This is my house.
I'm very aware of that. He's never going to come back and live here with you. He's never going to come back after what you did to him.
Ridge has forgiven me.
You know, I've often thought forgiveness is something that you give to a person when you don't plan on giving them anything else.
No, you're wrong.
Am I? Is he here? He's out with Ashley. I have a feeling I'm going to be saying that a lot in the future. Now, if you don't mind, I'll just take RJ
No,
and...
I do mind. If Ridge wants to see his son, he can come here and pick him up after dinner.
Brooke, this is so silly. He asked me to come here and pick the boy up.
I don't care. If he wants to see RJ tonight, he has to come here.
Well, if it bothers you to think of Ashley being with someone else, I can't imagine how you felt at Ridge's welcome home party with Constantine there.
Yeah, how the hell did he get her to invite him?
I don't know, he's Constantine.
Stop it. Don't you dare jump on his bandwagon, too.
I'm just saying, I think Phoebe's definitely a fan.
No, Constantine promised to make her a star, okay? Only she has to change everything about herself in order to make that happen.
I see. Hence the makeover you were referring to.
Yeah, I kind of prefer the before version of Phoebe.
Why, is it too rock and roll?
It's not Phoebe. That's the thing. It's not her. And quite frankly, that's not the image that we want to project for the Phoebe fragrance, you know? Bridget, it was ridiculous. She had more makeup on her face than clothes on her body.
Was that sexy?
In my opinion, Phoebe is so beautiful and talented. It speaks for itself, okay? She doesn't need to be packaged like every other pop diva on the face of the planet.
I don't know. I mean, Constantine does own his own record label. He's the professional, right?
He is using her.
It sounds to me like somebody's a little jealous of losing their singing partner.
No, I am not jealous, Bridget. It's just that music is what brought Phoebe and me together in the first place.
I see.
That's it. That's it, our singing. That's what can keep Constantine from changing Phoebe into someone that she isn't.
I sympathize with your situation. You know, I mean, everything you've been through with Brooke, both good and bad.
You sympathize?
Of course.
Did I make you a little nervous?
Unnerved, maybe.
Kind of take you a little by surprise?
Yes.
You did the same thing to me,
I didn't mean to.
but you did. Ashley, you asked me over here to tell me you're leaving town. That's a decision I really hope you reconsider. I know what it's like to want something comfortable, something familiar.
Well, things were not exactly comfortable for me in Genoa City when I left.
Well, neither was my breakup with Brooke.
Yeah, but is it truly a breakup? I mean, really?
I'm always gonna have feelings for her.
Okay. How strong are those feelings?
Why don't you just stick around town and let me find out with you? You can help me with that. I think we're both looking for something new. Why don't we do it together? And see what we find. Maybe, just maybe, we might find something extraordinary. Something very, very special. Sorry. Oh,
Problem?
Brooke.
Aren't you gonna get it?
I'll call her back later.
What if it's about RJ? Come on.
RJ's with my mom. And I am here with you.
Ridge, it's me. I need you to call me back as soon as you can.
I told you he wouldn't answer.
He's probably got his phone turned off.
Does it occur to you he might be ignoring you?
I'm calling about RJ.
You're so pathetic, using that child this way.
I need to know when Ridge is picking him up.
He's going to pick him up from my house after his date with Ashley.
RJ is staying here.
Brooke, you can't just rearrange the terms of your custody arrangement whenever you want to, you know.
Well, now I don't really have an agreement with you, do I, Stephanie?
No, you have one with his father. He's going to wonder why the boy isn't with me. You know, I'm going to tell him the truth.
Fine, go ahead.
He'll figure out what you're up to right away. I'm telling you, he's not going to like it.
Yeah, I'm sure, once you put your spin on it. But when he gets here, I will explain everything, don't worry.
If he gets here, you know, his date with Ashley could run very, 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 very late.
Are you really that heartless? I mean, you'd rather Ridge spend time with a woman he's barely even known than spend time with his son?
He's going to spend time with RJ. He's just not going to spend time with you. Like this anymore. Not ever again.
Thank you. Haven't had a home-cooked meal in I don't know how long.
Yeah? Well, it wasn't exactly meatloaf and apple pie, but I did make it myself.
Well, then apparently it was the company that I found so satisfying.
You don't have to do that, you know. Charm me.
You immune?
No. No, I'm not.
Does that mean I'll be staying for dessert?
Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. See, when I was out grocery shopping, I forgot to get the ice cream.
Probably just as well. I have RJ tonight, and I want to get to him before he goes to sleep.
Right. You want to tuck him in.
Highlight of my day. This dinner was definitely a close second.
I enjoyed it, too.
Enough to do it again?
Definitely.
Enough to stay in L.A.?
Jury's still out on that one. But you've given me a whole lot to think about.
Au revoir.
Bridget, that's it. Music. It brought me and Phoebe together once. It could do it again.
Well, if your plan is to stand outside her window with a boombox, it's been done before.
Would you stop? I am serious about this.
I'm serious too. I hope it works out with you and Phoebe.
Me too. I just need to figure it out, you know?
Well, while you're doing that, why don't you figure out a plan for Mom's love life too?
I think Mom needs to focus on something else for a change.
That's not gonna happen. And you're really not gonna like this.
What? No. No. She wants to go back to Ridge. Again.
Oh yeah. She's determined to get him back.
Stephanie, where's RJ? I thought you were gonna pick him up.
She wouldn't let me take him.
Why not?
Because she's using that child. She's using him to get Ridge back. You should have seen the house. The lights were so low, you practically bumped into the furniture. She had candles up the yin-yang. I mean, she's so desperate. Eric, you know what I want? I'd like you, please, to call her. Tell her that you will come and get the boy and that he should be ready by the time you get there.
You know who I'm gonna call? I'm gonna call Ridge. He
No,
can pick up
Eric.
his child. Will you listen to yourself? You need to calm down. That boy is fine where he is.
No, he's not.
He is. He's with his mother.
His mother? That's the woman who slept with both of her daughter's husbands, remember? God, that boy, that child would be better off raised by a pack of wolves.
Hey,
How was your evening?
lovely. She's a very amazing woman. RJ upstairs?
No, he's with his mother.
I thought you were going to get him.
She wouldn't let me take him. She's determined that you come and pick him up yourself.
You told her I was out to dinner with Ashley, didn't you?
She wants to get you over the house and get you in bed.
Oh, come on, Stephanie. That's uncalled for.
You know, you're right, it is. But she's determined to get Ridge back, so why would she let a little thing like self-respect stand in her way? Mm-hmm. Where are you going?
To get my son.
That's exactly what she wants you to do. She's using the boy. This is the woman who left you standing at the altar, got on a plane, and came and jumped in bed with Nick.
What are you doing here again?
Well, Ridge said he had a wonderful time with you this evening.
Well, so did I. And thank you for persuading me to give him another chance.
Oh, good. Speaking of chances, I've taken one coming here, but I wanted you to know that Ridge is going over to Brooke's house now.
What do you mean? It was his night with RJ. And you were going to pick RJ up, remember?
She wouldn't let me take him. When I got to her house, it was like, well, I mean, she couldn't have been any more obvious than if she had a rose between her teeth. I told Ridge, don't go and get the boy until tomorrow morning.
You wanted to tuck RJ in tonight.
Yeah, well,
That
what
was very
I'm
important to
worried
him.
that he might end up being tucked in himself. I'm sorry, I just had to tell you
This is
what's going on.
exactly why I didn't want to get stuck in the middle of Ridge and Brooke, okay?
Logan?
Ridge, oh my God. I didn't hear you come in.
I thought RJ might be asleep.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Is that why you wouldn't let Mother take him home?
Well, it's not like you were going to be spending time with him. You were out with Ashley.
Yeah, but I was expecting to pick him up at Mother and Dad's. That's what we arranged.
Ridge, you didn't call me about that first. I wasn't about to let RJ go with Stephanie the way she was acting. I called.
Well, I'm here now.
I knew you'd come.
I can only imagine how my mother made that dinner with Ashley sound to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, she was baiting me, of course. You know, I know Ashley's a beautiful woman, and I know she's smart and intelligent, and you enjoy spending time with her.
Yeah, I do.
But do you want her? I mean, that's what Stephanie wants.
I don't think this is the right time to have this conversation.
Right. Yeah. Why are we talking about Ashley when there's so many things that need to be said? So many things that you need to hear. I turned my back on you and our family.
Logan, we make mistakes. Both of us made mistakes, but we've forgiven each other.
I know. I know. We apologized and we explained. And now there's nothing else that needs to be said.
Logan, I came to see RJ.
Ridge, you don't have to take him tonight.
Been looking forward to this for a week now. I really want to see my son.
And you can. You can spend all the time you want with him. Just stay here. Stay with your family. Look, Hope's coming home in the morning from a sleepover, and I can make a huge breakfast, and you can play with the kids. You used to love doing that, remember? And they miss you just as much as I do. Wait, no, don't answer that. It's your mother, and she's gonna try turning you against me. And you know where you belong, Ridge. Here, with me, Hope, RJ. We can do it. We can start over and give those kids a future that they deserve. We just have to do it. I mean, we need to take that first step. So just stay here. Stay here with me in our bed.
I am not getting involved with this. If he ends up spending the night with Brooke, that's all the information I need.
Ashley, wait a minute. I know he likes you. I know
I
he's
care about him too, which is why I can't do this. Ridge and I are good together. We could be great together, but not if we can have the evening we just had and he ends up spending the night with Brooke. I mean, this is what they do, right? They go back and forth, but not this time. If he ends up sleeping with her, that's all I need to know.
Give in. Give in to me, Ridge. To our life. To our family. Stay with me tonight.